Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Jai Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Jai Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Jai Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jai Gobind and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay, and thank you to all the new subscribers, because I've noticed there's been quite a few subscribers in the last couple of weeks. So if you're new, thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you do, and also hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on YouTube at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and also on all the new and the full moons, the day before to do the astrology and the day of to do the ceremony. So it's the same time I go live every time that I go live, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. That seems to work for me and it seems to work for you guys. So it's exciting. Today we have our Wednesday show, which is all about the magic of Venus. And this week Venus is she's going through two different phases. This is a time where she's kind of moving through the phases quickly. She's about to enter a point where the phases get longer and she will be officially like a morning star. However, right now, these phases seem almost to happen just like one after the other, and they really affect us deeply when it comes to relationships. These specific phases that Venus is going through right now are related to her retrograde period, which only happens every 18 months, and that's why they're so significant. And that's why everybody talks about relationships during Venus retrograde. Let me say hi to everybody that's in the chat. Hello, Carmelola. Hello, Nelvin. Hello, Dragon Rose. Welcome in. Humble Raw, Arena, and Valerie. Welcome in. How are you doing, Valerie? I hope that you're doing good. So one of the things that is important to talk about when we talk about Venus, like I said, is relationships. Hey, Kim, how's it going? And hi, Sandra, welcome in. Is relationships itself, but also what you desire is another thing that kind of starts to awaken with Venus cycles. So there's a new desire in us to be a little bit more sovereign in our relationships, more in control. This is a Capricorn energy. So it's a way for us to redefine ourselves and our desires and what we want to achieve, and what kind of relationships we really want to have. And I've seen so many people making such huge shifts in their lives lately. And it's almost like inevitable, because as we change, others change too, especially those close to us. And so sometimes what happens is people get stuck or left behind in a way, or it feels like they get left behind. And if they don't themselves choose to do their own self-work, then they will feel like they're not coming up to wherever level you feel like you're at. It's kind of hard to describe, but I'm sure that you guys have felt it. And it definitely is something that can cause separations, because once you guys are not, people are not vibrating at the same frequency, it's not going to feel good to be around that person, especially for the person that's vibrating at the higher frequency. The person that's vibrating at the higher frequency feels like they're being drained. For the other person, though, they feel like they're being lifted. So it's really important for us to find people in our lives that align at least for the moment, we're resonating and we feel connected and we feel supported and we feel like there's like an even ground, an even like playground to really create and manifest. Hello, Holly. Welcome in or welcome back. Rebecca, how's it going? Leandra, welcome in. Yes. So these are powerful things that are happening right now. And as we enter this new year and this year where we're going to have a lot of intense shifts, they're kind of culminating, not like 2020 where we had all those crazy outer planet conjunctions, but more like the theme is shifting. Like there's a theme shift, and that's what we're going to be focusing throughout the year. I have recently started a Starseed membership for anyone that's interested in diving deeper into all of these powerful astrological transits that are coming up and that we're going to be going through. For example, one of those transits, it's the nodes, and the nodes are moving into Taurus and Scorpio for the next 18 months next week. I'm also going to be creating a video for the Mercury Retrograde. I'm going to give you a meditation. So this weekend, we're going to have a lot of different videos coming up and being uploaded onto the membership. So just remember that, which is really awesome if you're in the membership. I feel like someone just rang the doorbell, which is like super weird because that never happens. So I got a little distracted there. Like, was that a doorbell? Anyways, okay. So, but if you're not in the membership, make sure that you join, because it will be a really awesome way for us to stay connected and to be guided through the year astrologically in a much deeper way than I can here live, on YouTube. What's another thing that I want to share with you? So we're just a few, 2-3 weeks away from the Moon Goddess training level 1. So it's officially level 1, the one that we're going to be doing this year. Starts January 29th. So at the end of this month, we begin this 8-week journey where we're going to dive deep into understanding what the Akashic records are and how to access them. And we're going to learn everything fundamental that has to do with connecting to this web, this divine web of knowledge, of wisdom, of frequency, of past lives, memories from past lives, all of the things that create this web of life that we are essentially a part of. We're going to learn how that works, because what we're going to do in the Moon Goddess training, and this is from 2022 on into the future, is we're going to learn the fundamentals first. Then we're going to learn how to really apply it in our daily lives. And then we're going to learn how to actually read the Akashic records, do Akashic record readings in level 3. So you'll have to go through the different levels. And the reason why I've decided on 3 different levels, for one, it's the power of the Trinity, which is a big deal to understanding what the Akashic records are. So some of the topics that involve understanding these fundamental things are the fact that we live in a 9-dimensional world, the fact that there are 7 laws in the universe that we're all bound by, that we're created by that initial source energy, like the original being. of the universe. Astrology is another important way to understand the Akashic records and our own personal path within it. Sacred geometry and how that's connected to the dimensions, and how sacred geometry can teach you how the universe was created. That literally we can understand it by understanding how the different shapes of sacred geometry are created, one from one from the one before, like one from the other. I will be giving so much information about all of these things so that you guys can understand in a much more bigger perspective what we're talking about here. And I feel like because so many people are moving into a space where they are becoming a little more aware of themselves within life. So when you step into the observer, right, the mode of the observer, what ends up happening is you get a higher perspective, and that essentially makes you want to understand, how does this all work? Like, that's what happens when you step into the realm of the observer, and you're like, wow, I actually realize that I'm observing myself going through life. So who's the one observing? It's interesting, right? Because we're in life, but then we can observe ourselves within life. That's a huge level of consciousness. It's actually connected to the fifth dimension. And when you have that perspective, it makes you wonder, what's really going on here? Like, who's in charge? Like, who's organizing this? Who's creating all of this? And each step is a higher, each dimension is a higher level of awareness that eventually takes you to realize that you are the creator of everything. So that can be like a lot. And then at the same time, you are both the creator and a creation, a part of it at the same time. That is what we're going to break down in the Moon Goddess Training Level 1. And of course, we're going to talk about the moon centers, empowerment, working with our chakra system. We're going to do Kundalini Yoga, a 40-day meditation together, a powerful meditation, both to activate the channel, the Kundalini channel, the Shushumna, as they call it, and to clear the mind, clear the pituitary gland and the pineal gland, so that we can open ourselves up and open those higher centers, those higher chakras, to receive information. And this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Okay. So let me see. You guys were putting some comments. Thank you. First time seeing your live. Awesome, Leandra. Well, welcome in. Really good to have you here. Yes. Veronica, how's it going? Rebecca, aloha. Rebecca says, I started learning more about sacred geometry. It is phenomenal. Like, one of the things that we're going to learn about through my magic ball, magic crystal ball, I love this thing, is about the flower of life and what this flower of life means and what it represents, and how it is basically the five platonic solids that help to make up this flower of life. And the more that you add to the flower of life, the more you recognize the essential way that the universe is made up. This is basically a great way to explain what the Akashic records are. And so I'm going to be using this as a teaching tool during the training so that you can understand at a deeper level what's really going on here. And anyways, I could go on and on. So I should stop and we should start talking about Venus. So Venus is going through, actually, let me share the chart. I don't think I've shared a chart in a while. I want to share. So I'm going to do a screen share real quick. So anyways, if you're interested in any of that stuff, I also have a free moon astrology guide that you can download. Make sure to get on my email list so you're always up to date on everything that's going on. I have an Etsy shop as well. I sell jewelry. I make these amazing headpieces, serpent headpieces. You got to go check them out on Etsy. I'm going to upload a bunch more this coming week. And everything that I talk about and everything that I offer there's always a link in the descriptions of my videos, just so you know. So can you guys see the chart? Let me know if you can see the chart. Holly says it's like when we look up and see the Milky Way, yet we are in the Milky Way. Exactly, Holly. Exactly. Arena, I am too so excited about the training. Seed of life, flower of life, tree of life. Yes. Okay. So you should be able to see the chart. And what I want to just point out, I just want to point out a couple of things because there is a lot going on this week that's kind of like bunched together. In this show, we talk specifically about Venus, but it's kind of hard to take it out of context because there's so much going on. I talked a little bit about it on Monday, so make sure to watch the Starseed Channel weekly message for the January 10th to learn more about this astrology, but here's where I can show you the chart. So if we look over here, this is a chart for the 16th, so Sunday. Venus enters a phase called her birth phase on the 15th, so on Saturday. And then she enters another phase called her emergence phase on the 16th, on Sunday. So literally, it's like just a couple of days in between, just like a day and a half really in between those two phases. And what's going on in between there. So we've got Venus over here. She's still retrograde. She's going to be retrograde for a while. But look at this. On Friday, Mercury goes retrograde. So when Venus enters these phases, Mercury is going to be retrograde. So yeah, in case you didn't know, Mercury's going retrograde on Friday. Woohoo! Actually, it's a really beautiful time when you learn to take advantage of astrology and the planets. You learn to ease yourself through the transitions. So Mercury retrograde is going to be a powerful, it's like a slowing down. I think this is cool because Mercury is going to go retrograde, and if we go over here, we can actually go forward in time until Mercury goes direct again. And I believe that's going to be like in February, but let's find the exact date. So February 4th. Okay, February 3rd or 4th is when Mercury goes back direct. Now, we are starting the Moon Goddess training on January 29th. And on that day, Venus goes direct. And just a few days later, so does Mercury. So it's like the perfect time. Right around there too, we have a new moon in Aquarius, which is the reason why we always start on a new moon. But right around that time, the power of these retrogrades is going to release and sort of do this, like retrogrades kind of pull back and then release. And then we're like, all right, let's go. Time to go on this journey. So for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be reflecting, deeply reflecting, because both Venus and Mercury will be retrograde. And this reflection is going to be a huge part of what ushers us into the Moon Goddess training on January 29th. So I think it's going to be beautiful. Regardless of whether you're doing the training or not, this is affecting you in the same way. When we get to that moment in February, like there's a lot coming in the month of February, like huge portals. There's one of the biggest and most powerful portals opening up that I know of, and we're going to be doing special work during that time. Matthias is going to be in Egypt with a large group of people doing some powerful work to reactivate the web of the planet. And so to support him, because I so wish I could freaking be there, you guys, it's not even funny, to support this powerful work that he's doing, we are going to be helping from here, from wherever we are in the world. So just keep that in mind, that February is a huge month. And we're going to be doing some special broadcasts here on YouTube to help support that path. It starts on the 9th. It goes from the 9th through the 23rd, I believe. They're going to be at the pyramids and the temples, and it's going to be amazing. And I can't even believe, this is crazy, but there's going to be a group of people consciously walking through the initiatic path. in Egypt with Matthias at the same time that we're going to be doing the temple initiations in the Moon Goddess training. So every week we're going to do a different temple initiation. So you're going to basically be initiated into the ancient Atlantean priest and priestess path. That's literally what is going on, you guys. So if you want to get on that train, that's what I'm telling you, like sign up for the Moon Goddess training. But we're going to be going and doing these temple initiations while there's a group in Egypt, a very conscious, at least aware group, and they are holding sacred space in the temple. So I can't even, it's just unbelievable. Yes, exactly. So anyways, this is a period where we're going to be doing a lot of reflecting. I also took this chart because it was the day where the moon is opposing Venus. And that can add to the desire for love. It can add to the desire for being connected to someone. You know, a desire for connection is really the way to describe it. Yeah, I know it's going to be out of this world, you guys. I'm looking at all your slingshot. Thank you, Rebecca. I'm so excited. But so this is another transit that's happening this week with Venus, as the moon is going to be opposing, and we will feel that deep desire to connect, which we need to do. We need to be connected to do this powerful work together. Right now it's happening on planet Earth. So don't you want to be a part of it? Okay. So those are the things that I really wanted to show you. Like then just a few hours, just a couple of days, the next day from this is the full moon in Cancer on Monday, and then which is the 17th, and then on the 18th the nodes switch signs. So right now they're at 0 Gemini and 0 Sag. They're gonna go into 29 Taurus and 29 Scorpio, baby. Are you guys ready for this? I don't even know what's about to happen, but it's about to happen. Like, holy moly. Powerful activation. So this is what's happening this week. So what I want to talk about now is with Venus and other planetary aspects that brings it all really into context. Let me switch back to here. I want to share just a little bit of a description. This is from The Light of Venus, which is a great book to get if you want to learn about the phases of Venus and about the 2 phases that she's entering into. So we've got Venus entering her birth phase on the 15th. And then on the 16th, Venus entering her emergence phase. What does that moon? What does that moon? That I should coin that. What does that moon? Instead of what does that mean? So the birth phase, here's how we visually see Venus in the sky. She is a morning star during the birth phase. She's still retrograde. She starts to make her kind of initial appearance before sunrise. But she's moving fast in her retrograde speed, and she's moving away from Earth. This is a phase that lasts just 2 days, right? So it's like we go from one day and then a few hours later to the next one. Then she enters the emergence phase, which is a 13-day phase. Isn't that significant? That number 13. It's just, there's something significant about it. But she is the morning star. This is how when she emerges, right? She's going to be gaining in brightness and height each morning and slowing down in speed, and then also moving away from Earth. It's a 13-day cycle. So during these 2 cycles, there's sort of a dharma that's aligned with the Venus frequencies. Like, what does it mean? How does it affect us collectively as a society? And also individually. For the birth phase, it literally is a birth, right? It's a birth. So like we are rebirthing in some way, shape, or form. This is about awakening that life energy within you and setting an intention for improving yourself. But as you improve yourself, you improve society as well. That's the birth phase. So this weekend, it is a rebirth as we begin to enter into the full moon in Cancer. And right before that full moon in Cancer, she enters the emergence phase. So she officially is the morning star. This, the dharma of this time is the first tangible explorations of your contribution to a better world. So basically the seeds start to come alive. And what have you been working on? What have you been working on? Everybody's got something. Every single person has something. You've been working on something, whether you are aware of it or not, conscious or unconscious of it, something has been manifesting in your life. This birth phase opens that door, and the emergence phase starts to show you the magic. It starts to show you the manifestation. And remember that the morning star is actually the one that's grounding us. The evening star lifts us up to the higher centers. The morning star brings us down to our core, to the earth. So this is a very tangible experience to go through the morning star phase. Do you guys know whether you were born during a morning star or an evening star? If you don't, you can find out. There is a book. I think you can look it up, like morning star phases, or Venus star phases, and find the year that you were born and stuff, and the time, and it'll tell you whether you were born during a morning star or an evening star. That actually determines what you desire in relationships. It's crazy. It's another level of analyzing the Venus planet in your chart. But these are the powerful things that are coming this week with Venus. So it's a birth and an emergence, right? We are reborn and we are beginning to emerge. Whatever you created is about to come alive. You better be ready. So what I want to do next is I want to go through all the signs, and I've got these really cool Lemuria cards, which I haven't used in a while. I am so ready for these now. I'm going to channel some messages for you guys. I'm going to go through each of the signs. Let me check the chat real quick. I'm so excited, you guys, for the Moon Goddess training. Think I'm going to start reviewing last Moon Goddess class. Nice, Valerie. Awesome. I've started the 40-day meditation again. Oh, I love that, Rebecca. Yes. Didn't make the full 40 days. Well, you better get it in, yeah, because this next time, it's no joke. So let me tell you this as I get the screen ready to go through all the signs. Here's what I want to tell you guys is if you're joining the Moon Goddess training this time, we're going like full on. We're going full on. Like, I'm going to blow your freaking mind. And you're going to understand. We're going to stretch your pee-wee brain. I'm just kidding. But we are going to stretch your mind to the point that's going to feel slightly uncomfortable. But to support that intellectual stretching of the mind, we're going to do that Kundalini yoga. And it's going to be a very, very powerful and intense practice. Chanting is going to be a part of it. And it's not like we did last time. Last time the chanting was to sing along with the song. This is a different kind of chanting. This is like a guttural chanting from the solar plexus, the center of willpower, projecting out through your own personal sound current, like in a monotonous way, this very powerful chant. And then that's the first meditation. It's like 7 minutes of like pure, like intense chanting, like almost like a monk kind of chanting. And then the second part of it, it's going to be epic. I promise you guys, don't be scared. I'll guide you through it. We're going to do it every day on Instagram for 40 days. I'll be there doing my little chants. So the next meditation that we're doing 2 of them right back to back. The next one is, I'm cracking myself up, is called Kirtan Kriya. And that's the meditation to like help your brain expand. All right, here we go. To clear the gunk from the brain. Literally tear down the cheek. All right, here we go. So, Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. I'm not going to do where this is in your chart because we've been going through this for like the last 5 weeks. Venus has been in Capricorn for a long time. So if you want to know where this is happening in your chart, look at where Capricorn is in your chart. But what I wanted to do today is do more channeled messages for you guys to see what sort of birth, rebirth, and emergence you're kind of going through. Sounds good? Hello, Illuminati. Welcome in. So let's see. And I talked about like where this is happening in your chart last week and the week before that. And I think the week before that. So just go back and check out those videos. They'll give you a lot of insight. So Aries, let's see what we got for ya. I don't know why I said that like that. So Aries. Ooh. Okay. So awakened awareness. Awakened awareness. The rebirth that you see the eye? It's the eye at the center of this like geometric, looks like a flower. Yeah, it's a lotus flower. But it's also got sacred geometry around the eye. It looks kind of gnarly, like teeth, but it's not teeth. It's actually petals. Don't get scared. But here's what I feel with this essence. So what you're coming into is the ability to see the whole thing, to see from a higher perspective, to understand things, to open your eyes. So this is kind of like when we talk about opening up the third eye, is where you start to see the unseen, the unconscious, and the unheard. See the unseen and the unheard, meaning shine a light into the shadows and open your eyes. So this card is saying, open your eyes, Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. You are ready to see the truth. And if you're not ready, too bad, because you're going to open up your eyes and you're going to see it. So it's the rebirth that you're experiencing is a higher perspective. Beautiful. All right, let's go to Taurus. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Let's see what we got for you. Appreciate that. Eagle eye and intuition. I like that. All right, Taurus. Ooh, okay. Crown chakra. Okay. Crown chakra. The unlimited self. Wow. Okay, so this image is really beautiful. This is basically what's like your crown chakra. Here's what I'm getting for this. So there's an aspect of us that is known as our higher self, that lives beyond this third dimension. What we perceive in this third dimension is limited to the laws of the third dimension. However, in the third dimension, we have this unique capability of accessing the sixth and the ninth. And the ninth dimension is the last one. So as three-dimensional beings, we have the ability to tap into the divine. However, we all have this higher self, this higher being. And I feel that in this image. I feel like the rebirth that you're going through, Taurus, is about being able to have a sensation, have a feeling, have an experience of how expansive you are, that you are so much more than just this physical time space reality. And it is through the crown that we can open up to that ethereal world, to the world of energy and vibration, and not be so stuck in the world of form. But it's an opening and it's a feeling of your expansiveness, the unlimited self that you are experiencing as part of this rebirth that you are going through. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. What we got? Oh, yes. Stepping through. I like it. Stepping through. At her center is the Merkaba, of course. So you're stepping, literally, Gemini, you're stepping through the portal. Doesn't surprise me. I totally feel this. I'm so Gemini, it's not even funny. There's a hummingbird in this picture. Oh, that's beautiful. That's seeing the beautiful and everything. And there's also a butterfly. Let me show you. There's the hummingbird. And there's butterflies. And then there's another butterfly. Let's see if there's anything else. There's the Merkaba, which is the powerful. There's a lotus flower. The Merkaba represents travel, like time travel, traveling through space and time. Mostly traveling through time without the laws restricting you, the laws of space. It is interdimensional travel. You can't take space into other dimensions, but you can take time. And when you're in the Merkaba, you can go backwards in time or you can go forwards in time. It's kind of cool. So we're stepping through the door, Geminis. We're stepping through the door to see, this is so beautiful, the true beauty and the true power of transformation. This is after you've surrendered. For you, the rebirth is stepping to another level of awareness, another level of consciousness that will feel more harmonized and more in tuned with everything that you are working on. Really, really powerful, you guys. All right, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Let's see what this rebirth, how this birth of Venus is affecting you. And remember, this is where the cycle starts of Venus. That card just flew out. Ooh, interesting. Oh my God, I love this. Okay, the air element and a paradigm shift. Look at this. She is like a winged creature. She's a blue being. She's got the flower of life. What up? In her heart center. What's at the bottom? Crystals. There's a lot of eyes in the picture, like the eyes on the wings and stuff. But dude, that flower of life in their heart center, that's what's up, Cancer. That is the most powerful thing. I don't know why I'm putting... No, this is helping, right? To put the picture so close to the camera. So here's what I see for you, Cancer. Obviously, you are a water sign, not an air sign. However, what this is saying is the reason it's a paradigm shift is because you are opening up your eyes, for one. The second reason is because you are moving. You have moved. Okay, so there's an old saying or a quote or something. I don't know where it comes from. I'd have to look it up. But it says we have to move from our heads to our hearts, right? The transformational journey is made from the head to the heart, right? But it doesn't end there. Because once you drop to your heart and you find your center and you find who you are and you understand the whole thing. Basically, here's what we're doing. I'm going to tell you something really freaking cool, okay? Just keep dropping the beat. So, in our Moon Goddess training, we're going to be going through the process of moving basically from the head to the heart. And then in level 2, we're going to be moving back from the heart to the head. And that's why the process doesn't end. And then at the very end, at level 3, we're going to learn to access the Akashic through all of the tools that we've learned in our new frequency state, which I'm going to teach you how to get into. But basically, this paradigm shift is because now you're getting ready to move from the heart, the emotions, which is Cancer, to the mind, back to the mind. And so what this means is an understanding that goes way beyond what you ever imagined is what's going on, and you're going to become aware of it. So you're also changing the way you think about things. A lot of new ideas are coming in, and you're letting go of old ways of thinking, old patterns, habits, stories that no longer represent you and where you're at in life. And so now there's a paradigm shift and you have become someone completely new because you've expanded your mind through the element of air, which is a very powerful, powerful element. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Let's see what we got for you. Nice, Rebecca. She says, I feel all of this. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Leo, you feeling a little scattered lately? I'm just kidding. All right. That one was a for sure yes. Okay. Ma, this is beautiful. So the card you get is Life Force Energy. Let me show you the card. So she is at the center, this beautiful sort of river, waterfall, I don't know what it is. Right, her arms are up. Her arms are up. And then she's got these two dolphins, which are the symbols of unconditional love, healing. It is also a symbol of intuition, higher knowledge. So holding the frequency of ancient knowledge, because a lot of the water creatures like the dolphins and the whales, they communicate by frequency, vibration through the water. So they are actually the keepers of the knowledge. They're a huge part of how the earth is holding the frequency of what the earth is through these beautiful creatures that communicate vibrationally through frequencies through the water. So that's like almost like electric. But the card that you got is Life Force Energy, which means that this rebirth that Venus is going through is going to activate you in such a way that you're going to feel like there's been a reset in your energy, in your life force energy. And of course, you rule the sun. The sun is the life force energy of our solar system. We like rotate around the sun. It gives us life. It gives us light. It teaches us about the duality of this world that we live in, and how everything has a duality, light, dark, etc., etc. And so your life force energy is going to be activated this week, because we're talking Venus birth phase and emergence phase, Mercury retrograde, full moon in Cancer, nodes moving into Taurus and Scorpio. Hello, Belinda, welcome in. There's more too. There's like Sun is conjuncting Pluto on Sunday. I mean, there's a lot. So we're talking all of these things happening at the same time. It's really powerful. So get ready, Leo. Life force energy coming alive. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. Let's see what you get. Okay. So Virgo, you get the sacral chakra, right? Which is known as the core of creation. The core of creation. There is a serpent. So this is interesting because the serpent is the thing that kind of caught my attention as I was looking at it. It's a winged serpent, so we're talking Quetzalcoatl. But the serpent, the coiled serpent sits at the base of the spine. I'm talking Kundalini energy, right? So the coiled serpent, symbolically, energetically, literally, symbolically, a serpent sits at the base of your spine. But energetically, like for reals, it does. But this snake represents that Kundalini that rises. When it starts to rise, it's a spiral. It spirals upward. And when it does, it gets transformed at the center. And then the energy that spirals downward from the crown to the heart. So the heart is the center of all the chakras, right? So there's two spirals going, one down and one up, and they meet at the center and they sort of expand in this way. But what I get the feeling of is that the serpent is starting to make its way up. It's like there's that creative life force is saying, hello, it's time to wake up and it's time to get creative. And what oftentimes happens is that we are tested by circumstances in our lives that force us to surrender. And when we surrender, when we go, I give up, but I can't change it. When that hits us, it's almost like something so deep. There's like this deep silence that you feel. And in the silence, you really see yourself. You feel yourself. You feel your fears. You feel all these things. And there's something that kind of clicks that says also that you have a choice, right? That there's a choice. And the choice is to live in creativity, to live with passion in life, because we never know what's going to happen, right? And that's the second chakra. It's about living in your passion and living in your creative power. And the Kundalini begins to rise because you become creative in your life. So whatever you can do this week that helps you connect with the creativity, that's going to be the best thing to help you enter into this new phase of Venus as the morning star that we're moving into this weekend. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Let's see what we got for you. All right, Libra, this is really cool. You get the throat chakra. Express your truth. There's also a butterfly in this picture. So this is a transformation. You are growing your wings. You are expanding yourself. And you are also a air element, so this really matches. So your energy. So what you need to do is focus on what you are saying, especially focus on what you keep repeating, not just by saying it out loud, but what are you repeating in your head, because the mind is also the air element, and thoughts are frequencies. Remember, we have the capability of communicating telepathically, which means we have the capability of communicating through vibrational waves with each other. We just forgot how to do it. We just have to learn how to do it again. And that has to do with everything that we're going to learn about in the Moon Goddess training. Is to learn to communicate with each other is the same as learn to communicate with the Akashic records. There's no difference, because we are the Akashic records. When you realize how the universe actually works, you realize that it's everywhere. It's right here, it's over there, it's everywhere. But there's also a Merkaba in this picture, yes. So traveling through time and space, unlimited time and unlimited space. Speak your truth. See what comes through, see what wants to come through. Speak your truth. If you haven't read the 4 agreements, I would highly recommend it. Be impeccable with your word, what you say. Don't take anything personally. Always do your best. And I always forget the last one, which is actually, I think, the second one, is be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. There we go. And then always do your best. That's the advice for Libra this week. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. You wore yours all day. Oh my God, where did you get a Merkaba? I want one. I'm looking for the 5 platonic solids, the shapes of them in like copper wire. I want a set really bad, about like this big. If anybody knows where to get one. I've been looking. Look at this card. Oh my God, Scorpio, this is so cool. So this looks like the blue beings. So your card is unique gifts. Wow, it's really mesmerizing, this picture. It's really mesmerizing. It's almost like there's no need to say anything because you'll get it. And her eyes are closed, but then her outer eyes are open. It's like she's got 2 sets of eyes. So the blue beings, let's go back in time and go Scorpio, go. The blue beings were actually the beings that came, one of the beings that came to Earth in ancient times to help seed humanity and to help bring, tools for evolution for humanity. And there's a lot of references to the blue beings and things like that in the Hopi and I think the Navajo. I was watching a video about the Navajo traditions and how their connection to turquoise, the actual stone turquoise, and how the reason that they wear it, one of the reasons, there's many reasons, but one of the reasons why they wear turquoise and they have so much turquoise in their jewelry is so that when the blue beings come back, the blue beings know that I'm with you, like I see you, right? Like from the movie on Pandora. What's the name of the movie? Anyways, I see you, like I'm with you. I see you. I'm not gonna harm you. All that stuff. So it's almost like a symbol of the connection to those ancient beings, those blue beings. I've actually had past life regressions. This is quite gnarly. Really cool. Yes, the blue kachina. Thank you, Belinda. Turquoise is protection too. And so I've had past life regressions where I've seen the blue beings. And this was in ancient Egypt. So past lives in ancient Egypt where I was an initiate and I studied, in the schools, and there were the blue beings were there, and we would do ceremonies and stuff. And so it's actually, this card is really intense. I actually freaking love it. Like I wish I could just frame it, but Scorpio, like what am I talking about? I don't know. There's something about, okay, so this rebirth that you are going through, right now is I think it's a connection to your deep ancestry. And I'm not talking about your human ancestry. I'm talking about your ancestry, like that goes beyond this planet. This is what this is about. And this is, if you feel the essence of the blue beings, they are so peaceful. They are like so peaceful. You can feel it. Just love, right? Just love. And look at that light in the heart center, like just love. And that is what I'm feeling for you, Scorpio. It's like you are finding that deep connection. And it's interesting because Scorpios tend to feel awkward or like weird, a lot of people look at Scorpios and are like, you're weird. Scorpio energy can be like super intense and like really private, but sometimes outgoing, and it's interesting to have Scorpio energy. I have strong Scorpio energy in my chart. And it's my Saturn and my Mars who are conjunct in my 5th house. But people that have strong Scorpio energy are the ones that can be seen as different, So this sort of is different, right? All of the cards that we've got, none of them are like this one, So that also contains that essence of Scorpio. It's like just keep being yourself. Just keep connecting to your truth. Leandra says, I just asked my grandfather for his turquoise. Beautiful. Okay. So here we go. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Let's see what else we got here. All right, Sagittarius. Yes. Okay, I love this. Reclaim your energy. So she's standing there. You see the sacred Kundalini, the spiral that I'm talking about, the chakras. She's got many arms, which means she can reach out to different directions. And she's wearing a crown, and she's kind of like putting the crown on her head. Reclaim your energy. This is a very significant card for Sagittarius because now that we're about to leave this transit of the South Node in Sagittarius, you get to take a break. You've had a gnarly 18 months, and I'm talking gnarly, especially if you are a Sagittarius rising, but if you have a Sagittarius sun or a Sagittarius moon or whatever you have in Sagittarius, it's been getting hammered with the South Node. And what I mean by that is the South Node is saying, like, get rid of the old, forcing you to let go of what doesn't work and to step into a new you. So you get to start reclaiming your energy. You get to start going, okay, we're done with that journey. Thank God. Now it's a whole new life. Now it's a whole new thing. Like I don't have to, now it's time for Scorpio to go through that gnarliness. Maybe that's, I actually forgot to mention that about Scorpio, is that this is your south node. We're going into you, baby. So reclaim your energy, Sagittarius. Take your power back. You've gone through a very difficult last 18 months, and it is time to reclaim your power. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. We got 3 more signs. Lady Virgo says Sagittarius rising, and yep, the last 18 months were rough. Yeah. I mean, they were rough for all of us, but for Sagittarius especially. Like imagine having the south node on your sun or your rising, you know, or your moon. Like that's a lot. So whoever has Scorpio energy, you're next. Ooh, I like this card. Capricorn. Interesting. You get the Ether card. The seamless, unspeakable. Ooh. Look at this. Let's see if I can get it focused. It's kind of hard. Maybe the top of the card. Look, it's like sea dragons or like seahorses, but they're ethereal. This card is like illuminated. This card is epic. If there's a mirror image, there's sacred geometry. I see Metatron's cube. I see the Merkaba. I see the dodecahedron. I see just beautiful, beautiful energy. And it's the ether, the seamless, unspeakable. Seamless because it never ends, right? This is the web. The element of ether is really what constitutes the unseen and the unheard for us, not for other dimensional beings. But the ether is what we can't see and what we can't hear. That's why we have to tune into our intuition to connect to that energy. Now this, what I got an image of now is that Venus is in the seamless, unspeakable right now, right? She's been going through this journey. She's in Capricorn. She's in your sign. So most likely you're experiencing this on your sun or your rising or your moon or wherever you have that Capricorn energy, or even if you have Venus in Capricorn, even more. So this is like you floating in the seamless, unspeakable, which means that there's so many things that you can see, but you can't actually communicate them or understand what they are. So your job is to, first of all, just relax into it, because it's happening on its own. There's nothing really that you need to do. But what you can do is to relax and let it flow. Let it continue, let it flow, let it move, whatever shows up, whatever is coming up in your life. And that trust will kind of float you to the next phase and the next phase. So it is a trust in the unknown, but it is one that is very important for you if you are to understand what is really going on in your life right now, what's changing, what's evolving. It's a lot. And this helps you to understand why it feels like you can't really understand all of it at once, because there's too much information at the same time, too much data. So you got to process it by just like letting go, because the truth is that you can't process this kind of data through your logical mind. And that Capricorn mind can be very logical. It can be very structured, and it can be stuck on its structures and restrict itself, especially its intuition, because Capricorn is opposing Cancer, and Cancer is intuition. So you got to learn to trust your intuition. And we're moving into a moon that's going to be opposing your sun and your Venus and your rising and your moon. And so it's asking you to balance yourself out by finding the middle path in between all emotion and all structure and restriction or logical mind, right? So you have to find the middle path. And this is why you feel like you're in this abyss, because it's Capricorn season, but there's going to be a full moon in Cancer, and you've got Venus in Capricorn going through these crazy phases and entering a new way of a rebirth, a new star. So there's too much information coming in. You cannot process it all. So just relax and let yourself float in it. All right, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. I really appreciate you all for watching. live or the replay. And if you know anybody that would love this content, then make sure that you share it out, please. Here we go. Aquarius, you get the star seed elemental. Of course you do. The star seed elemental with crazy hair that looks like is on fire. But here's what I'm feeling. I feel like this to me looks like a shooting star with the head. Like the head is a shooting star. I don't know why. It's just so funny. But it's very Aquarius. It's very Aquarius. So what's going on? It's like there's a lot. It's a little bit like the Capricorn feeling that I got with the Capricorn card. I get the same feeling, but except your eyes are open and you can see. So there's like this, you know, a comet has a tail. There's a tail, right? There's like a tail behind you, like behind your mind. And when you're creating a new pathway for yourself, but also like others see the tail and they're like, wow, like what are they doing? You know, like that's really cool. And I feel like you're drawing attention to yourself right now, and you are it's a beautiful thing because you're in your own expression, you're in your own space, and that's really important for you to continue to do as we, of course, usher in the Aquarian age. We're not exactly fully in it yet, but we are definitely in the transition. Like everybody can feel it. And this is the power that you have to be. This is like your unique self shining through, and you just got to keep at it. Keep at it. Hello, Mama Ocean. Are you serious? You got here just in time because we are on Pisces. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. So let's see what we got for Pisces. Oh my God, that's hilarious, Mama Ocean. So let's see what we got for Pisces this week. Never ceases to amaze me. Shine your light is the card that you get, but look at the picture. This is straight up a mermaid, a siren. Come on, you can do it. Okay, here we go. You little fishy, you. So shine your light. You saw a moose? Damn, that's powerful medicine. Shine your light. And this card is significant because it's the number 44. So what I see here is like that line from Finding Nemo, like just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. It's actually what I feel with this, because shining your light is shining your light through the energy of the water, right? It's shining your light through the energy of intuition. It's shining your light through the energy of the expansiveness of the universe and the subconscious mind, and uncovering things that are hidden, knowing that things are hidden. I mean, this is powerful. So this week, as Venus enters into her birth and then emergence phase, your job is to shine your light. Be yourself fully. Don't hold back on your intuitive powers. Like, don't hold back on being you, like 100% you, whether it's your sun or your moon or your rising or Venus, whatever is in Pisces for you. Shine your light. Be you this week. How freaking beautiful is that? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here this evening and hanging out with me while we do these epic readings and connect together. Thank you. And check out all the links below. Join us for the Moon Goddess Training Level 1 that starts January 29th if you want to know about how the Akashic Records work and how to access them and all the fundamental laws and everything, sacred geometry, different dimensional realities that all help us to understand that. And also all of it is to help you step into your own power. You're welcome. Thank you guys so much. I will see you on Friday nights. I'm going to be doing some mini readings. So if you want to sign up, you can sign up the day of, or you can always sign up beforehand. You just have to send $25 to my PayPal, and then I'll add your name to the list. I'm going to go live Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and I can't wait to see you guys again there. Satnam.